Hey y'all, welcome back. So I'm going fishing tomorrow. The weather is supposed to be absolutely perfect. It's a little windy today, so we decided to just wait until tomorrow. But as I was getting everything set up for tomorrow, I thought what better, time than to show you guys some of my favorite baits what we're using right now, my rod and reel setup, etc. So let's start with that. I'm actually sponsored by Pride Rods. So these are great all-around rods. The two that I have right here are actually my favorite. They are both Drop Shot Magic rods, and they are 6'9", medium, extra fast. You see that right there? Patches. Sorry, my cats. Anyways, so these are great all-around rods. I actually use these, for sliding corks, popping corks, when I'm jigging. Patches. When I'm doing any kind of fishing, they are great. My reels, I like to use lighter tackle, so anything from 25 to 3,000 is around the size that I like. I really like Shimano. I think they're a great brand. Actually, this is not. I'll show you this one. Oh, this is my Shimano Stratic. It's a really, really good reel. This is actually my favorite rod and reel setup. I use it basically for anything, trout, redfish, flounder, anything. But for my charter, I've actually started to buy these reels. These are actually Abu Garcia Black Max reels. They are really good and really inexpensive. I know a lot of people were asking, what a good rod and reel setup if you were trying to get started, saltwater, any kind of fishing. This is a really, really good option. I think these are like $25 to $30, which is really, really affordable. And I think I started with 4 of them for the charter, and I've only had to replace 1 in this whole year that we've been chartering, which is really, really great for such a cheap reel. And I am fishing in brackish water, so I imagine if you start fishing all salt water, you probably want to replace it, are going to have to replace it more often, but still, they are really good reels. I would definitely recommend them if you're starting off. All right, next I'm gonna show you guys just some of my favorite baits, jig heads, basically what we're using now, what we're gonna be using tomorrow. So right now we're primarily fishing for trout. That is the hot commodity right now. So what we're gonna do is tomorrow we're gonna start in the morning, deeper water, fish for trout. Probably gonna start with these 3/8 ounce jig heads. These death grip jig heads are great. I also use these Smart Tackle jig heads. They are both really amazing brands. If you don't know, where to get started, these hold your plastics literally all day, which is unbelievable. So, like I said before, we're probably going to start out with the heavier jig heads in the morning because we're going to be fishing deeper water for trout. And then as the sun comes up, we're going to start going to shallower water, maybe in the marsh, try to catch those bass, those redfish, anything like that. And for that, we are going to switch to lighter jig heads, probably these 1/4 ounce jig heads. These are also death grip. And for soft plastics. Okay, so there's not one specific brand that I like. We are sponsored by Acacia Millers. They are great. This is them right here, and they actually have really awesome paddle tails. They have a lot of action in the tail, which is exactly what you want to look for when you're shopping for any kind of soft plastic. Action is what you want. The more movement, the better they are. Usually around here with this brackish water, anything with a chartreuse tail is going to be awesome. We've been using a lot of these lately. You'll probably see us using these a ton, especially tomorrow when we're jigging for those trout. Really, really awesome. Yeah, it's just personal preference. I have a ton of different companies that I like to try out, a bunch of different sizes, lengths that I enjoy just experimenting with. If you're doing any kind of fishing or starting out, there's no wrong or right bait to start out with. It also depends on the clarity of the water, salt water versus fresh water. There are so many factors. So this is just what I'm using here in Louisiana, and it happens to be working for me right now. So that's that. Next thing I want to do is show you guys how to do really, really quick knots. So the first knot that I'm going to teach you guys how to do is called a uni knot. It is your basic knot to tie literally anything. So for the uni knot, you want to start by taking your tag in, putting it through the top of the jig head like this, and you're going to make a loop So it's gonna look like a circle, and you're gonna stick the tag end on your thumb. So you're gonna be holding the loop as well as the tag end. So you will have these two right here, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your tag end and you're gonna pull it through this circle 5 times. It doesn't have to be like exactly 5 times, so if you accidentally do it 6 times, 7 times, that is okay, y'all. So 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so now you wanna take your tag end and you wanna just pull it. So now that you have this knot up here, you want to remember to always wet it. So I just put a little bit of saliva on my finger, put that on here, and then you want to pull it with the actual braid until your knot reaches the end of your jig head. So there you go. That is your basic uni knot. Promise this knot will not fail you. All you have to do now is take your scissors and cut this tag end off. There you go, and you're all set. All right, y'all. Next is the double uni knot. Okay, so this next knot that I'm going to show you guys is very similar, but it's called the double uni knot. Basically, this is a really, really easy knot to tie to combine your braid with any leader. I have always been taught never to just fish with braid, so every time that I do have braid on my pole, I just automatically go ahead and put leader on there. It really, really helps, I think, when you're fishing clear water, because the fish can see this. Well, I think this is really thick stuff, and so it's just better to use leader on there to be extra safe. This is not the leader that I usually use. The one I usually use is clear. This is just yellow mono that I had in my drawer that I thought would be better for this demonstration, so you guys can see. Hopefully that actually works. So for the uni knot, you are gonna take both of your leader and your braid, and you're gonna have them parallel like this. So it doesn't really matter what side you start on, the braid or the leader. We're just going to start it with the leader. So you want to take your leader like you did with the uni knot. Start with a circle. Hold it with your thumb. You're going to have this tag end, and you want to wrap this tag end around this circle 5 times. Once you do that, you have this tag end. You want to pull the tag end until you get your first knot, and then you want to switch, and you want to take your tag end for your braid, and you want to do the exact same knot on the leader. So once again, you're going to make that circle, and then you want to take your tag end and wrap it around both of the lines 5 times. All right, you want to take your tag end, pull that. It's going to give you a nice knot. So now you have 2 knots. You can see that, and 2 tag ends. You want to let go of both the tag ends, so I have the leader and the braid, actual braid, and you want to pull those together until both of those knots meet in the middle, like that. Y'all, this is the most effective and easiest knot that I have learned to connect braid with leader, and I love it. It's so small too. I almost never have issues with it catching in any of the eyes. And the trick with this is now you have your knot. It's really pretty. You have these tag ends. You want to make sure that you try to cut the tag ends as close to the knots as possible. This will prevent any sticking in your eyes, any catching. Perfect. And sorry, these scissors suck. Pretend that's a clean cut. Alright, so there you guys have it. Hopefully that's semi-clear for y'all. This is your double uni knot. Like I said, just try to clean up a little bit of those tag ends when you cut, and trust me, this is not going anywhere. I can show you guys, but those two I think should get you started. Also, I want to share, I love this, okay? I am not sponsored by this product or this company, but dang, that would be really nice. I use this literally on every soft plastic, and I really didn't believe in these like scents for a while, and then I found this one, and I started putting it just on like these occasional lures or literally any paddle tail that I use, just put some directly on it. Y'all, it's a game changer. It really, really is. So, wanted to share that with you guys. Last but not least, I wanted to share my tackle box of choice. If you haven't seen my post on Instagram or seen me advertise for them, I am sponsored by them, but they are really, really awesome company. These boxes, I've used them so much, they're so worn out. But they're really cool because they actually have this, it's called tack technology on the inside. It's basically like this gel lining. And so your baits like will stick to the bottom. So that is really, really useful. When I saw it, I was like, there's no way this works, but like I use a lot of jig heads, and you know, when I'm doing any suspending twitch baits or anything like these with these hooks, these treble hooks, this is really awesome to store them because they don't get all mixed up on you, and you know, they don't fall out. So it's just really, really just a useful tool if you are looking for a new tackle box. They're awesome. They also come in different sizes, and I think that's all that I can think about for right now. I showed you guys my rod and reel setup, my baits, jig heads, favorite knots, and tackle boxes. I think I covered everything. So if I am missing anything, or if you do have any questions of other stuff that I use, other techniques, or any questions about anything, my charter, anything, just let me know in the comments below. I'll try to get to all of them, or maybe, you know, touch on some of them in my next video. But until next time, hopefully tomorrow, I will be uploading a fishing video of me actually using all of what I showed you guys today. So look out for that, and see you guys next time.